So this film right here is why I love movies. And I know that might be a little cliche to say because this film is very popular and it's definitely a lot of people's favorite film. But this might be my favorite movie. Now, I don't have a favorite movie really. I have different tastes in different genres. Sometimes I love horror or thrillers or really disturbing stuff, or sometimes I like lighthearted and comedy stuff. And I have different films and different genres that I like, and I don't really have a favorite. But this film might be called my favorite film. Every time I rewatch this, I just want to see the characters again and just be with them because they're such interesting characters. And there's something about this story or stories that is so captivating and you just want to see it again. And it doesn't matter how many times you've seen it, it's just so exhilarating and you just want to experience it. Quentin Tarantino might be called my favorite director. Sometimes I go back to Scorsese or David Fincher or James Cameron, but Quentin Tarantino is a very rare case of I love everything that he's made. There's not one piece of his work that I don't like, and every one of his films, you can't really rank them, which I tried to do in one of my videos, but they're just they bring so much content and joy to me, and I love every single one of them. I think the diner scene with John Travolta and Uma Thurman is probably the best scene in film history because it's so natural and so just normal, and you weirdly want to know what they're talking about and you want to hear their conversations because Quentin is so good at writing dialogue. And just the fact that these two men, Vincent and Jules, are hitmen. They are criminal hitmen, and they're riding in a car, and you expect them to be, I don't know, cleaning their guns, loading their guns, whatever, talking about what the job is going to be like. No, they're talking about burgers and just random stuff like french fries and mayonnaise. And it's so good. I love the look of this film. The look of that vintage film with the trees and the neighborhoods of Hollywood, and the diner and the old cars, and just the whole atmosphere of this film is my favorite. I love it so much. I just love this 90s grindhouse time period. And I just want to be in that time era. I just want to feel that warmth of Hollywood again, and I feel it each time I watch this film. Quentin just made this movie with a very low budget off of Reservoir Dogs and kind of just made what he wanted to make, this non-linear kind of crazy story that some people didn't like. Some people weren't warmed up to the idea. Some people thought this movie was bad, and now it's a cult classic. I think this is one of the best films in history, and it really inspires me to write my own films and make my own. Also, the soundtrack in this movie is my favorite. It's just a fun weekend night to watch this movie, and I feel like I could watch this movie every month and not get bored of it for the rest of my life. And thank you, Quentin, for making these characters and this masterpiece of cinema history. And I will be revisiting this film very often, and I love it. So that's my review for Pulp Fiction. I'm gonna give this film an A+. It's honestly a perfect film for me. It's perfect. I love every second of it, and I think it deserves a perfect score. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.